because you refuse to freeze. You refuse to become an ancient Egyptian mummy.
You refuse to
To
freeze.
play dead. And you refuse to conform to the snapshot of you that he has in his mind. I encourage you to watch previous videos about the process of snapshotting. The narcissist takes a snapshot of you, then he photoshops the snapshot, and this is idealization.
We're dealing with the big nothing.
Into an internal object.
From the never-ending
And
story.
then you're supposed to become one with a snapshot. You're supposed to merge or fuse with a snapshot. You're never supposed to deviate or diverge from the snapshot.
We were learning about this for the last 10 years.
This provokes in the narcissist a lot of aggression. The narcissist punishes you from deviating from the snapshot.
And now he's appeared on the world scene
only with internal objects. He is not capable of interacting with you
as a giant.
He's not capable of accepting your autonomous, independent existence and acting that way.
They cannot accept.
When you threaten the internal object, you're threatening the narcissist's mind.
We are threatening the mind of a narcissist with any freedom or autonomy.
Disagreeing with the snapshot, diverging from the snapshot, challenging, undermining the snapshot, becoming suddenly
of everybody,
agentic person with your own agenda,
who only
life, your own growth pattern,
sees life through the snapshot.
These challenges. The
macrocosm and microcosm, please.
The narcissist needs to be 100,000% in control. He is godlike. He needs to micromanage every aspect of your life, every word you say, every breath you take. And so, anytime you demonstrate to the narcissist that he is not fully in control of you, it challenges his grandiosity, and there's nothing more dear to the narcissist than his grandiosity. Nothing. The narcissist would do anything, would sacrifice anyone, would destroy everything just to maintain his grandiosity, which in his mind is identified with freedom.
That's their freedom.
He's a freedom fighter.
Yeah.
He believes that his grandiosity, his godlike qualities, his divinity, render him free. This precisely is what makes him not subject to the shackles of society. This liberates him, his grandiosity. And so when you challenge his grandiosity, you're challenging his freedom. And finally, when you act independently and autonomously and agentically and self-efficaciously, you amplify his separation insecurity. Separation insecurity is the clinical term for what is known as abandonment anxiety or separation anxiety. And so when you do that, he becomes anxious. And to mitigate and reduce and ameliorate his anxiety, he then devalues you. By devaluing you, he can tell himself, it's not a big loss. Even if she were to abandon me, that's not a big loss. Similarly, when he devalues you, he can avoid narcissistic injury. I've gone through all this at length, at great length.
He's
at least
discussed
20
the
separate videos.
idealization
and I encourage you to do your homework and to find
discard
them
phase.
and watch them. And you need to watch them because I made them.
Narcissistic
Not
supply.
for no other reason, mind you. Okay, that was a joke.
He's been hanging in there for
into additional
long
reasons
time
for
now.
devaluation. Reasons hitherto unmentioned.
Reasons for
taken
devaluation.
online by anyone.
He says it's the Walking
narcissist
Dead.
wants you dead.
He wants us dead.
He wants you dead because he is already dead.
He's already
The
dead.
narcissist is the quintessential and original Walking Dead.
Yes.
The narcissist's life is a rendition of the zombie apocalypse. And he's already dead. He has been dead a long time.
You could apply this to a personal narcissist.
He's lonely out there, in the void, in the oblivion. It's lonely there.
The world leaders.
Company. But he is beyond human reach. He is beyond life. He is in the netherland, or nether zones, the limbo, the twilight zone. So
he doesn't even have a seed
to join him there.
Of life, he says.
And to do that,
he wants you to join him.
He needs to kill you.
He needs to kill you.
I'm sorry to break the news to you. He needs to kill your spirit. He needs to destroy what some of you call the soul. He needs you. He needs to zombify you. He needs to infect you, so to speak. The narcissist prefers to be in a dead relationship because he is utterly dead inside.
December 7th, 2021.
Now, it sounds like a metaphor. You say, what do you mean dead inside? This is where language breaks down. This is where even someone like me, who dedicated his life to words and to authorship and writing and speaking, even someone like me.
Yeah, sometimes sound vaknin knocks it out of the park.
It's incredibly difficult to convey and to communicate the inner experience.
And I'm just giving you something that I think. Yeah, we have to keep remember this
exposure
as we
which I have a first-hand exposure.
Go about with this protocols.
This void inside, this black hole, this what Kernberg called emptiness,
the protocols
called the empty schizoid core, this
of
deadness,
fake science. This is clash of the scientists or scientists.
This swirling and whirling abyss, chaos that precedes creation.
Aha!
This is the core of the narcissist, where a human being should have been. This replaces it. This substitutes for it.
The vacuum or the void.
And it is
seedless.
Absence.
It's where a human should have been. There's an absence there.
Does not experience his absence.
That's why they need.
He had lied to himself and confabulated
you as a dead appendage.
To the point that he thinks that his absence is the only form of existence. He believes all people are like that. You would be hard-pressed to convince a narcissist that other people have a different experience of being, a different process of becoming. He doesn't have this. He doesn't grow. He doesn't evolve. He doesn't develop. There's no becoming because there's nothing, no seed, nothing that can become.
Wow.
It's nothingness in the bad sense of the word. It's not even nothingness.
Nothingness in the bad sense of the word. Remember the never-ending story where it was all about the big nothing was coming. The big nothing. From 1984, the never-ending story. This crosses all lines, from the Clash of the Titans to the ancient Greeks to Hansel and Gretel to your mother, that everything, and then your brother and your sister and your whatever. But of course, this is what we're supposed to learn. It's all the psychological breakthrough we're supposed to go through. And I like to add that liking is not the same thing as loving. I believe love is just another word for interest. You can be interested in a certain thing, but it doesn't mean that you like it. But interest is love. Love is not sloppy, schmaltzy sentimentality. I just wanted to throw that in there, but I was blown away by this and how much it looks like the world right now. And yeah, he's refining and just pretty consistent for 10 years now.